Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you're new. I am plumbobd, and today we're going with a video that I don't usually do. It's still part of our our San Sequoia Rebuild series, but it's actually a boyfriend builds in The Sims for the first time. So my boyfriend has played The Sims, but not so much, so he's not super skilled as a builder. I would reckon that he's good, he has taste, he can manage to do stuff, but he doesn't know all of the tools that The Sims 4 offers. As you can see, he plays with The Sims 4 camera, which honestly yuck. And also I think he builds with cutaway walls, which I don't particularly like. But yeah, so basically he just wanted to build something in The Sims, and he has a Sims game. He only has the base game and also the Desert Lux kit, which were the only free things he could get his hands on. So he wanted to build something with all of the packs, and I offered him, why don't you build something for my Oasis, or oh my god, I keep saying Oasis, for my San Sequoia Rebuild series, and then I can go the week after and renovate it. So I told him I wanted to build a cafe, and I gave him some inspo pic, which I will try to put on screen, but one, I always forget, and second, this video was filmed a long time ago, so I don't even know if I still have the reference picture anyway. But it's the typical cafe vibe, very somewhat industrial, but a cozier industrial with a lot of light woods and lots of plants. So that's basically what he went for, and it will be a surprise also for me to figure out what he built, because I edited the video I think almost a month ago by now, so I used to remember what he did, but I don't remember anymore. But one of the mistakes I can point out immediately that's so funny. Like, for me, it's not to criticize him, because of course building in The Sims is hard, and not everybody can do it, especially if you haven't practiced much. But it's funny to see his mistakes. One of them, for example, is when I went back to the game to take some screenshots, I found out that he forgot somehow to put a roof on the building. I don't know why, because he actually built as you can see, he built a rectangle as a room, so I don't know why oh my god, the ceiling and the roof aren't there. But yeah, so that was something he missed, or maybe the game glitched out and didn't do it properly. But don't worry, for the screenshots I put a roof that I felt like was kind of working. I kept it like as a flat roof, simple paint and simple platform siding. I didn't want to completely change the vibe of the place, because that's what we are gonna be doing in our next week's video. I'm gonna renovate my boyfriend's build, as like to please more my taste, and also maybe fix something. For example, I saw he used a platform and not a foundation to elevate the building, which I think he just didn't know how to use foundations, and he used platforms instead. So I think that's also why the place is a little bit glitchy, because when I went to take screenshots, and the place didn't have a roof on it, all the items were disappearing. The windows that he put inside were just like, you could see a hole in the wall, you couldn't see the actual window. So I think that was a glitch because of the platforms, or because of the roof missing. I don't know. I'm gonna substitute it with a foundation for sure, because I feel like when you use the items as they are intended to be, everything works usually better. So I will substitute it with a foundation. But yeah, so basically what he's doing right now, he's just going all over the place to decorate. That's more or less how he likes to build. Like, he gets inspired and starts building something, but then goes on to something else. Like, maybe as simmers or builders, we try to follow a structure. Like, for example, I usually build the outside Then I go inside and do the floor plan, then I come back outside to do windows and landscaping and possible outdoor furniture, and then I move on to the inside and I do not necessarily a series of rooms by order, but I usually, you know, I like to start with the kitchen, for example. I do the bathrooms when I have time, then I move to the living room, bedrooms, bonus rooms, like, you know, I usually follow a more or less order, but he doesn't. He just builds with his heart, I would say. So yeah, he used many bars from Batu. I guess he was loving the vibe. I don't know, for me it's very funny that he wanted to use Batu. Of course, he remembered to also put an actual cafe machine, or like coffee station, I would say. He also put the bubble tea stuff, which I am probably gonna delete also along with the bars, because, you know, in a cafe you can put other stuff, but it's not gonna work because all of the sims are gonna route towards the coffee station, and they're gonna order coffee and pastries and sit down, chat, etc. So, like, you know, when you use I don't know if you do know, but when you build a community lot and you choose the type of lot, you have some requirements, because the coding that's in the game tells sims already that they are on this type of lot and they should behave this way. That's specifically for NPCs, just to make you feel like you are actually in a cafe. Because what if, I don't know, you put a pool, and all of the sims were super attracted by the pool and they were only swimming by the pool and not really ordering coffee. So, you know, that's kind of weird. So, you know, the Sims team codes this stuff in this way. So if you have the bubble tea station, nobody will come to serve the bubble tea station, also with the bars. So doesn't make super sense, doesn't make a lot of sense to I really use those items, so I'm probably gonna substitute them for something else. Maybe I will put two different coffee stations. Maybe I will just make that coffee station longer. I don't know. I actually don't really like the two coffee stations that we have in the game, but you know, those were the ones that we were given. So if you want to build a coffee shop, you have to go for those items. But I will make them work. And also for the future, you can expect, I think, somewhat regular builds, because I am moving to Germany. I remember, I think in my last video, I wasn't super sure if I was gonna move to Spain or I was gonna move to Germany. I am moving to Germany, the Germany that I have very much hated all throughout my German semester in my master's degree. I am gonna move there, so wish me good luck. Like, I move into a big city, so I think I will enjoy my time there, but still wish me good luck, because I haven't had a super nice experience with Germany and I really hope this time is gonna be good. But yeah, so you can expect somewhat regular videos, because I have more or less everything set for my move to Germany, and just need to, you know, start working, get into a routine. But I think, you know, for example, during the evenings I will have lots of time to record, unless I just immediately get a social life. But for the beginning, I think like it's gonna be a bit difficult to hang out with people, so I will try to find ways to know people. Like, if you have any suggestions for, if you're an expat, or you know, if you have suggestions on how to meet people when you don't know anybody in the city, leave them down in the comments down below, because I will gladly accept some suggestions. For example, I have thought to go back on Facebook, which who has Facebook nowadays? I think only boomers and expats, but I think I'm gonna go back on Facebook to find like Italians living in the city that I'm living, or expats in the city that I'm living. I don't know if I should download some like dating apps. Do you think they actually work for socializing, or they only work for dating? Because of course they are dating apps, but what if you put in your bio that you actually just want to meet people and be friends with people because you don't know anybody in the city? Do you think that would work? Also let me know in the comments. But yeah, so in this video you're gonna see a lot of cuts because of course the original speed build was over 2 hours, and that's because of course my boyfriend doesn't really know everything about building, so he doesn't really know where to look for stuff, he doesn't really know all the items. Maybe, you know, unless you want to get inspired by something, as builders we usually have already in mind kind of the items that we want to place down, so we already know where to look for them. You can also use filters. You can see that he doesn't really use filters, and he often changes the floor plan or the items that he has chosen because he finds something that in his opinion looks better. Also, for example, this is another mistake that I'm noticing. He is placing tables against sofas. Nobody's gonna sit there, so we're gonna have to fix that. Yeah, they're just gonna sit down with their drink in their hands, so it's not super ideal. But yeah, you're gonna see a lot of cuts in this speed build because I was saying it was originally 2 hours long and I wanted to make it into a 15 to 20 minutes long video, so I cut a lot of him scrolling through the menu. If he did something that then was completely scrapped, I just, you know, deleted that section of the video. I have sped it up quite a bit. Let me check. I think I sped it up 5.5, so yeah, that's almost to the maximum that I usually allow myself to speed up a video. But yeah, so you know, that was how I managed to make this speed build a manageable time. I think next week's renovation is not gonna take that long because, you know, I already have, especially now that I'm rewatching the video, I already have some ideas on what I want to change. For example, I want to change, I think the bathrooms are fine. I know for sure when I checked out the build that the bathrooms he placed are gendered, so he had a door for female sims and a door for male sims. I will change that to gender neutral just for playability purposes, because when you're playing and you have the cutaway walls, you don't really know which bathroom is which. So having gender neutral bathrooms, besides being inclusive, is also very, very handy when you're playing. I will probably also change the outside wallpaper. That's probably the only thing I dislike about the build. Like, he used this spooky stuff, wood paneling. That's a little bit disheveled, so I am not sure if I want to use that. I am probably also gonna change the room divider and the plants that he sized up from Perfect Patio, because those were clipping through the wall, and you can tell they are clipping through the wall because I think like the base of the hedge is like super tall. I think it's probably it probably gets to your sim's waists, so I will probably change that. But then, like, I like the color scheme. I will probably try to implement some like gold accents to recall the bar that we have from Journey to Batu, because that I usually like. I probably will swap it for the Batu wallpaper, not wallpaper, sorry, for the Batu tables with the chairs. But then yeah, I am gonna probably make some also structural changes because this is very cubic. I told him to make it kind of cubic and also to make it only 1 story high, because I wanted to be kind of low to the ground, and probably open up with windows the view to the outside, because we are by the sea and it would be nice for you to see the sea. Because unless you're outside, you're not gonna see it. Honestly, I don't even remember if it's a sea or if it's a river, but you know, a body of water. Now I'm also noticing the snow escape windows that he placed on the wall are not aligned. So I will change that also. But you know, overall I think he did a good job with some mistakes, but he's a novice, so honestly, for the experience he has, this was an awesome job, and I'm really liking what he has done. I will maybe have to hire him again for another video. So yeah, we are getting towards the end of the speed build. As you can see, the coffee shop came together quite nicely. We have an entrance hall with some tables, some bars. Right around the corner we have the coffee station with also in front a bubble tea station. I'm not entirely sure what the hallway in the back is. I checked it, there are some machines but also some gardening things, so that's probably another thing I'm gonna change because I'm not sure what his intention was with that room. But yeah, I think screenshots should be coming up, so remember to comment, like, subscribe and turn on the notification bell if you enjoyed this video at any point. It really helps the channel out. Also remember to follow me on all of my social media, those will be linked in the description down below, and I will catch you all in my next video. Goodbye.